Hello and welcome back to the Immortal News family. In today's heartfelt video, we bring to you the latest updates on the passing of some truly remarkable individuals within the last 24 hours. As a part of the Immortal News family, we are committed to honoring and remembering those who have made a lasting impact in our lives and the world. If this video touches your heart, or if the stories of these extraordinary people have moved you, please show your respect and remembrance by giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for joining us in this moment of reflection and tribute.
Number 10.
Kasha Rigby, a well-known American skier, passed away tragically at the age of 54 after getting caught in an avalanche in Kosovo. The tragedy occurred while she was skiing with her British fiancé Magnus Wolfe Murray at Brezovica's ski center. Despite Wolfe Murray's quick arrival and attempts at resuscitation, she passed away on impact after being swept into trees by the avalanche. She was honored not just for her exceptional prowess on the slopes, but also for her pioneering attitude in the sport of telemark skiing. She set multiple records during her career, including being the first to telemark ski on Cho Yu, the world's sixth highest mountain. Her adventurous nature prompted her to ski some of the world's most difficult peaks, including in Russia, Ecuador, and Lebanon. She revolutionized telemark skiing, earning the title of the best female telemark skier in the known universe by Outside magazine, and showcasing her unparalleled skills in the 1996 U.S. Extreme Skiing Championships. Her career is marked by numerous groundbreaking achievements, including the first telemark descent of Choi Oyu, pioneering ski descents across the globe from Kamchatka to Bolivia, and featuring in Warren Miller's film Cold Fusion, solidifying her lasting impact on the skiing community. Her contributions to skiing extended beyond her own accomplishments. She was heavily involved in efforts such as the Tour de Piste, which aimed to discover and document unexplored ski routes in popular destinations. Her passion for skiing and determination to push the sport's boundaries inspired many in the skiing world and beyond. Friends, loved ones, and ski enthusiasts have all paid tribute to Rigby, sharing the emotion of a beautiful person lost far too soon. Her adventurous attitude, pioneering contributions to skiing, and joy she provided to everyone around her will be sorely missed. Her legacy will continue to inspire future generations of skiers to push their limits and explore the mountain's unlimited possibilities. Tributes to Kasha Rigby. Number 9. Scott Richards, a legendary figure in Birmingham's media scene and beloved WBRC anchor, passed away at the age of 73 due to an unexpected medical issue. Richards, who worked at WBRC from 1981 until his retirement in January 2014, became a household name after anchoring over 18,000 evening newscasts, a record in Birmingham television history. His broadcasting career began in the United States Army in 1971, and it eventually led to a distinguished career in commercial television, where he held positions ranging from street reporter to news anchor in Louisville, Kentucky, before finding his home at WBRC. The Associated Press named him Best News Anchor in Alabama 9 times, recognizing his extraordinary anchoring talents and unrivaled ability to connect with viewers and transmit news with honesty and compassion. His contributions to the industry were recognized with the prestigious Silver Circle Award from the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. Aside from his professional accomplishments, Richards was a devoted family man who is survived by his wife and 2 children. He was also a proud alumnus of the University of Louisville, where he finished his education after leaving the military. He leaves a legacy of journalistic brilliance and a strong dedication to the community he has served for over 3 decades. As we reflect on his extraordinary career and the indelible impact he had on Birmingham's news environment, we pay tribute to a man who was more than simply a news anchor. He was a trusted voice in times of need and a mentor to many in the broadcast profession. Tributes to Scott Richards. Number 8. Steve Ostro, a well-known opera singer and significant player in the nightlife and music scene, died at the age of 91. He was well known for building the Continental Baths in New York City, a venue that helped shape modern club culture while also offering a vibrant location for varied populations during a time when acceptance was limited. Born in Brooklyn in 1932 to Russian Jewish parents, he began his career in opera, where he demonstrated his vocal skills in performances throughout the US and Europe. Dissatisfied with the quality of existing bathhouses, he aimed to build a venue that provided more than simply a meeting place. He imagined a luxurious and polite setting where culture and music could thrive. The Continental Baths debuted in 1968, reinventing the concept of a bathhouse with its luxurious amenities and pleasant atmosphere. The venue immediately became a cultural center, bringing DJs to the forefront of the dance floor, an innovation that would have a long-term impact on the music industry. Legends such as Larry Levan and Frankie Knuckles got their start at the venue, and its stage saw concerts by a diverse range of performers, including Bette Midler and Barry Manilow. The Continental Baths was more than just a nightclub. It was a pioneering enterprise that questioned society standards and fought for change. He overcame several obstacles, including legal battles, to keep the venue a beacon of cultural expression. After shutting the Continental Baths in 1976, he continued to have an impact on the arts and music scenes in Montreal and later Australia, where he served as director of the Sydney Academy of Vocal Arts and mentored rising artists. His legacy is one of invention, tenacity, and commitment to preserving a vibrant cultural landscape. His contributions to the arts and music have left an unforgettable legacy, inspiring future generations to follow their dreams with courage and vision. Tributes to Steve Ostro. Number 7. Sasha Montenegro, an iconic personality in Mexico's film business, passed away at the age of 78 due to complications from a stroke caused by lung cancer. Montenegro was born in Bari, Italy, and raised in Argentina before migrating to Mexico in 1969, where he began a productive acting career. In 1972, she starred in Un Sueño de Amor with José José and later became a Mexican citizen in 1989. Over a 3-decade career, she became well known for her parts in a variety of films, including collaborations with lucha libre great El Santo in classics like Santo and Blue Demon vs. Dr. Frankenstein and Santo in Anonymous Death Threat. She also became a staple of the Mexican comedy genre during its zenith in the 1970s and 1980s, appearing in films such as Carnival Nights, Midnight Dolls, La Golfa del Barrio, and Fieras en Brahma. Aside from her cinematic career, she was a significant figure in Mexican television, starring in a number of telenovelas from 1974 to 2002, including Ana del Aire, Lo Imperdonable, Rina, and Un Mujer Maracada, where she frequently portrayed captivating characters that resonated with fans. Her personal life also received media attention, particularly her romantic relationship and later marriage to then-President José Lopez Portillo, with whom she had 2 children, Nabila and Alexander. Montenegro's impact in the entertainment sector is defined by her varied talent, which added vitality and depth to both film and television. Tributes to Sasha Montenegro. Number 6. Lisa Lopez Galvin, a beloved radio disc jockey and loyal Kansas City Chiefs fan, passed away at the age of 45 as a result of the gunshots that rocked the NFL team's Super Bowl win celebration. Lisa, also known as Lisa G on the community radio station where she aired Taste of Tejano, was an active member of the Kansas City community. Her life was honored not only for her talents to music and radio, but also for her unrelenting devotion for the Chiefs, which embodied the passion and heart of Kansas City. Her untimely death has left an everlasting empty space in the hearts of her family, friends, co-workers, and the countless listeners who were frequently moved by her excitement, joy, and love for her vocation. She was a beacon of positivism, noted for her wonderful, beautiful soul and her commitment to spreading her love of Taishano music around the world. Her husband and 2 children survive her, and her influence extends beyond her career. She was a cornerstone in her community, known for her vibrant presence at weddings and local events, as well as her fervent support for the Chiefs. Lisa Lopez Galvin had a life filled with passion, dedication, and an unwavering love for her community and family. Her contributions to Kansas City's culture and music landscape have left a lasting impact, ensuring that her spirit continues to inspire and resound. Tributes to Lisa Lopez Galvin. Number 5. Johanna Votan, a German entertainment legend, passed away quietly surrounded by her family in Berlin at the age of 90. Her career was a rich tapestry that spanned beyond the limitations of a particular genre, and she was best known for her hit song The Little Household, which became one of the 70s most popular songs. Her amazing career in the arts demonstrated her versatility as a singer and actress, giving her the beloved nickname the German Audrey Hepburn. Her skill was clear from her early stage appearances, where she appeared under the famous Gustav Gründgens, to her memorable parts in Praxis Bullerbogen and in Aller Friendship. Her contributions to the arts were numerous, including her work as a novelist and television personality. Best known for Do You Recognize the Melody? At the age of 77, her performance at Berlin's Kudam Theater as the worst opera singer in the world, in the farce Glorious, brought the audience to tears of laughter, demonstrating her capacity to fascinate and entertain. Her film career began with the 1957 comedy Victor and Victoria, and she rose to prominence in Kurt Hoffmann's We Wunderkinder, when she demonstrated her impressive acting abilities alongside Hans-Jörg Felmy. During her 6-decade career, she performed on numerous prominent venues, including the Residence Theater in Munich and the Theater in der Josefstadt in Vienna. She was married to music producer Wolfgang Kubicki for nearly 40 years before his death in 2004, and she has 1 daughter. Her legacy is distinguished by her contributions to German culture and entertainment. Tributes to Johanna Votan. Number 4. Ruth VLegel, known for her role as Lissy Krug in the ZDF series Spring, passed away at the age of 68. ZDF acknowledged her departure after a brief and severe illness, leaving both the Spring production staff and viewers in despair. She has been a major part of Spring since 2012, not only bringing her role to life but also serving as a children's coach, guiding young talents on and off set with passion and warmth. Her final appearance on Spring will be posthumously aired on March 10th, in an episode titled Holla, the Forest Fairy, giving fans one last chance to see her in the character she so eloquently played. Colleagues, including lead actress Simone Tamala and Lily Marie Schweiger, pay tribute to her generosity, mentorship, and the lasting impact she had on those around her. Tamala said, "Have a wonderful trip, my Ruth." Many of her co-workers expressed the idea, "You will always be a part of the Spring family." Aside from Spring, her television career included a variety of roles, including Die Fallers and Bealer Liebe, as well as guest appearances in Tatert and Zimmer mit Stahl. Her interest in the performing arts extended to the theater and her own acting studio, where she trained future generations of actors. Her impact extends beyond her performances, as she is remembered for her humor, encouragement, and deep love of children and animals. As a valued member of the Spring family and the larger performing community, she will be remembered for her talent, kindness, and positive impact on many people's lives. Tributes to Ruth VLegel. Number 3. Diego Chavez, a well-known Mexican professional football forward, passed away tragically at the age of 28 in an automobile accident in Ciudad Juarez. On August 11, 2015, he made his Liga MX debut for Veracruz against Club Tijuana. His appearance as a replacement in the 75th minute was nothing short of amazing, as he scored Tiburones' third goal, resulting in a 3-1 victory for Veracruz. This remarkable debut demonstrated his promise and brilliance on the field, laying the groundwork for what would become a fruitful career. His tragic passing has left an empty place in the hearts of his family, friends, teammates, and the entire football community. He was known for his passion, agility, and spirit, and he was more than simply a player to those around him. His legacy is characterized not just by the goals he scored or the matches he played, but also by the passion with which he played each game and the enduring influence he made on those who had the opportunity to know him. As we commemorate Diego Chavez, we pay tribute to a life that, despite being cut short, was lived with passion and left a lasting impression on the world of Mexican football. His path from a promising debut to a tragic end serves as a reminder of the transitory essence of life and the profound memories we leave behind. Tributes to Diego Chavez. Number 2. Robert Badinter, a towering figure in French judicial and political history, passed away at the age of 95. Bente, whose career was defined by his steadfast commitment to justice and human rights, is most remembered for playing a key part in France's abolition of capital punishment in 1981. As justice minister under President François Mitterrand, he oversaw legislation that abolished the death penalty, marking a watershed point in the country's legal history. Born in Paris to Russian Jewish immigrants, his childhood was impacted by the tumult of World War II, during which his family suffered under Nazi rule. This personal history had a profound impact on his commitment to justice, propelling him to a prominent legal career. He defended a number of high-profile cases, establishing a reputation for integrity and human rights advocacy. His legacy goes beyond his campaign against the death penalty. He was a fierce supporter for the rights of underprivileged people, helping to decriminalize homosexuality and improve jail conditions. His term as president of the Constitutional Council, as well as his international activities, such as crafting the Romanian constitution and mediating in the former Yugoslavia, demonstrate his vast influence on justice and government. He was an intellectual giant who wrote multiple novels, plays, and an opera script, demonstrating his broad talents and profound philosophical ideas. His writings and legal work show a life committed to the values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. His accomplishments were acknowledged worldwide, with French President Emmanuel Macron hailing him as a moral authority and a beacon of wisdom. His passing is lamented not only in France, but by everyone who believes in justice and human rights. Tributes to Robert Badinter.
Today's top headlines. News 1. In a distressing turn of events in Washington, D.C., 3 Metropolitan Police Department officers were wounded during an operation to serve an animal cruelty arrest warrant. The incident unfolded early in the morning when police, alongside the Humane Rescue Alliance, approached a residence in the southeast part of the city. The suspect, identified as 46-year-old Julius James, reportedly fired through the door, injuring the officers. After an extended standoff, James was taken into custody. The officers sustained non-life-threatening injuries and are expected to recover. This incident adds to the ongoing discussions about safety and crime in the nation's capital, where there has been a notable increase in violent crime rates. News 2. Chuck Mawhinney, a United States Marine Corps sniper with a record of 103 confirmed kills during the Vietnam War, passed away at the age of 74. Mawhinney was born on February 23, 1949 in Lakeview, Oregon. After enlisting in the Marine Corps in 1967, he served in South Vietnam, where he achieved his record kills. Mawani's military achievements were later recognized in Joseph Ward's book, Dear Mom, A Sniper's Vietnam. Post-service, he worked for the U.S. Forest Service until retirement. Mawani's legacy includes his contributions to sniper training and a service rifle displayed at the National Museum of the Marine Corps. News 3. Jerry James, a celebrated two-sport star known for his remarkable tenure with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the Toronto Maple Leafs, has passed away at the age of 89. His death marks the loss of a significant figure in Canadian sports history, occurring on the same day as the passing of Kenny Plone, his former teammate and another Blue Bombers legend. James, affectionately known as Kid Dynamite, made a lasting mark in both football and hockey, becoming the only player to compete in both the Grey Cup and the Stanley Cup in the same season. His contributions were recognized through numerous awards and honors, including induction into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame and the Blue Bomber Hall of Fame. News 4. Athletics. Kenya mourns the loss of Henry Rono, a legendary marathoner and former world record holder, who passed away at the age of 72. Rono, renowned for his historic achievements in athletics, died after a 10-day hospitalization in Nairobi on Thursday, February 15, 2024. His passing follows closely after the tragic demise of Kelvin Kiptum, another marathon world record holder. Rono's illustrious career included setting world records in the 5,000 meters and maintaining the 3,000 meters steeplechase world record for over a decade. In 1978, he broke 4 world records in just 81 days, showcasing his extraordinary talent. Rono also contributed to athletics as a coach in the United States. Athletics. Kenya extends heartfelt condolences to his family, friends, and the athletics community. News 5. Jessica Alba, 42, shared a heartfelt tribute on Instagram, mourning the loss of her dear friend Michelle Hynek, who recently succumbed to colorectal cancer. Hynek, a producer for Crawford & Co. Productions and a mother of 2, had been battling the disease for several years. Alba revealed that Hynek's insistence on her undergoing a colonoscopy ultimately saved her life. In her tribute, Alba described Hynek as a real friend and a true angel. She credited Hynek for starting her on a path of inner work, healing, and spiritual growth. Fans and followers flooded Alba's post with condolences and prayers, showing support for the actress during this challenging time. Alba's disclosure about her colonoscopy and the impact of Hynek's advice highlights the importance of regular screenings for colorectal cancer, recommended for average-risk adults between the ages of 45 and 75. News 6. Lucy Mecklenburg, 32, opens up about her struggle with endometriosis and adenomyosis, expressing anxiety about wearing summer clothes due to the conditions. The former TOWIE star shared her feelings on Instagram, discussing the challenge of dealing with bloating caused by these gynecological issues. She mentioned trying various remedies, from Spanx to supplements, but still facing symptoms. Mecklenburg, who has 2 children with actor Ryan Thomas, seeks advice and shares her journey, including the impact on her lifestyle and the importance of awareness around these conditions. Fans rallied around her, offering support and sharing their own experiences with similar health challenges.
Number 1. Jules Harlo, a renowned American conservative Jewish rabbi and liturgist, passed away at the age of 92. Born in Sioux City, Iowa, to Henry and Lena Lipman Harlo, he began a spiritual and scholarly journey that would mold conservative Judaism. After receiving a BA from Morningside College, he relocated to New York City to study at the Jewish Theological Seminary of America, where he was ordained in 1959. He quickly joined the Rabbinical Assembly, signaling the start of his enormous influence on Jewish liturgy. His contributions to Siddurim and Mazorim, which have become integral to conservative Jewish worship, are especially noteworthy. His crucial role in editing and translating the movement's prayer books, especially the foundational Siddur Sim Shalom, transformed prayer book material and made it more accessible to modern audiences. His contributions extended beyond liturgy. He was a leading factor behind the Etz Hayim, a Torah commentary, establishing his position as the movement's chief liturgist. Aside from his liturgical work, He and his wife Nava were strong supporters of B'nai Anusum in Lisbon, Portugal, demonstrating their commitment to Jewish communities around the world. Harlo's family, which includes his son David, a lawyer, and his daughter Ilana, a folklorist, exemplifies his influence both within and outside the Jewish community. As tributes stream in, it is evident that Rabbi Jules Harlo's legacy will live on through the prayer books that beautify countless Jewish homes and synagogues, as well as the lives he touched with his intellect, compassion, and commitment to faith. Tributes to Jules Harlo.